Most people don't reach their dreams, not because they lack the talent, the resources, or the intelligence, but because they lack the persistence to keep going after they fall. Failure is not your enemy. Giving up is. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who live in regret is simple. The great ones understand that every failure is just a stepping stone on the path to success. They don't let it define them. They let it drive them. Those who achieve greatness in this world don't stop after their first failure. They don't stop after 10 failures. They don't stop after 1,000. They don't let failure dictate their worth or determine their future. Instead, they say, "This is my goal, and I will do whatever it takes to achieve it." They learn from their mistakes. They adapt. They grow. They work harder. They work smarter. And most importantly, they never quit. The path to success is littered with setbacks, but each setback is a lesson. Each failure is an opportunity to learn, to improve, to get stronger. When you stumble, when you fall, when you fail, you must rise up and keep moving forward. That's the difference between those who win and those who lose. Failure makes the winner stronger, hungrier, more determined. But it makes most people give up. Think about the greats, the legends who have left their mark on history. Michael Jordan, often regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time, didn't make his high school varsity team when he first tried out. Thomas Edison, who gave us the light bulb, failed thousands of times before he finally succeeded. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first television job and told she wasn't fit for TV. Imagine if they had stopped at their first failure. Imagine if they had let those setbacks define them. We wouldn't have the brilliance of their contributions today. But they didn't stop. They didn't quit. They used their failures as fuel. They turned their setbacks into comebacks. They understood that failure is not the end of the story. It's just the beginning. It's the spark that ignites the fire within you, pushing you to become better, to reach higher, to go further than you ever thought possible. When we're children, we don't let failure stop us. Think about learning to ride a bike. How many times did you fall before you finally figured it out? You didn't give up after the first fall. You didn't decide that maybe biking just wasn't for you. No, you got back on that bike over and over again until you mastered it. But as we get older, many of us lose that resilience. We become afraid of failure. We become too soft, too afraid to try again. We start to make excuses. It must not be for me. I'm not good enough. It's too hard. But these are just lies we tell ourselves to avoid the pain of trying and failing. The truth is, failure is a necessary part of growth. It's how we learn, how we improve, how we become the people we're meant to be. So the next time you fail, don't give up. Don't walk away. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to get better? Failure is not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of your willingness to push beyond your limits, to take risks, to put yourself out there in pursuit of something greater. Champions don't see failure as the end. They see it as a stepping stone to success. They don't enjoy failing, but they understand that it's a part of the journey. They know that every failure brings them one step closer to their goal. They don't dwell on their mistakes. They learn from them and move on. They understand that the only true failure is quitting. As long as they keep going, keep pushing, keep striving, they can't be defeated. This mindset is what separates champions from everyone else. It's what allows them to achieve greatness when others fall short. They don't allow failure to define them. They don't let it stop them. Instead, they use it as motivation to push harder, to dig deeper, to reach higher. And because of this, they achieve things that most people only dream of. Too many people give up on their dreams because they encounter failure. They let one setback convince them that they're not good enough, that their dreams are out of reach. But the truth is, they were closer than they realized. Many people give up just before they're about to succeed. They were one step away from achieving their goal, but they threw in the towel because they couldn't see the finish line. Don't let that be you. Don't let one failure or 10 or 100 stop you from achieving your dreams. You have to keep going. You have to push through the pain, the doubt, the fear. Because on the other side of that is success. On the other side of that is everything you've ever wanted. Thomas Edison didn't fail. He found 10,000 ways that didn't work, but he only needed one way that did. Albert Einstein said, "Failure is success in progress." Every time you fail, you're getting closer to your goal. Every time you fall, you're one step closer to standing tall. Failure is just one more way not to do something. But if you keep going, if you keep trying, if you keep learning, you will succeed. Remember, failure is not the end of your story. It's the start of your comeback story. It's the moment when you decide that nothing is going to stop you, that no matter how many times you fall, you will get back up and keep moving forward. It's the moment when you choose to use failure as fuel, as motivation, as a driving force that propels you toward greatness. If you refuse to give up, if you refuse to let failure stop you, there is nothing that can hold you back. The only way you can truly fail is if you quit. As long as you keep going, you're not failing, you're learning, you're growing, you're getting stronger. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure is a step closer to success. The only way you can fail is if you quit. So don't quit. Keep pushing, keep striving, keep reaching for your dreams. You will get there in the end. Failure doesn't exist in the mind of a champion. All it does is push them to a higher level. Are you a champion? Will you let failure stop you, or will you keep going? Too many people are so afraid of failing that they never try. They let fear paralyze them, keeping them from ever taking the first step toward their dreams. But fear is a liar. It's a thief that steals your potential, your future, your success. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let the fear of failure stop you from trying, because the only real failure is never trying at all. Failure and success are not opposites. They are two sides of the same coin. You cannot have one without the other. Every successful person has a long list of failures behind them. But those failures are not mistakes. They are lessons. They are the building blocks of success. Without them, there can be no growth, no progress, no achievement. So embrace failure. Welcome it as a friend, as a teacher, as a guide on your journey to greatness. Let it show you what doesn't work so you can find what does. Let it push you to become better, to reach higher, to strive harder. Because in the end, it's not failure that defines you, it's how you respond to it. Failure is not the end. It's just the beginning of your comeback story, the beginning of your rise to greatness, the beginning of your journey to success. Use failure as fuel. Let it drive you, motivate you, push you to become everything you were meant to be. And remember, the only way you can fail is if you quit. So don't quit. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep striving. Because success is just around the corner. And failure? It's just one more step on the path to achieving your dreams.